Let me tell you about ProHealthConnect.com. It's transforming healthcare payments, providing retailers a seamless process for over-the-counter and healthy benefit programs. By connecting retailers, health plans, and payment processors, ProHealth Connect creates one powerful, unified network. They empower independent grocers and pharmacies to accept health benefit cards without changing how they do business. With over 10,000 locations nationwide, helping more than 1.3 million people access the care and nutrition they need. Go to ProHealthConnect.com.
Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come step into centuries of history that await in Scotland. Castles steeped in legend, walk along cobblestone streets. Come share the warmth of stories passed down through generations. This is a place with a past that is fully present today and all yours to explore. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
And here, to talk about this phenomenon, is none other than Dr. Robert Lehman. He's a heliophysicist and a former NASA scientist specializing in the sun's magnetic activity, solar cycles, space weather, and the connections to Earth's large-scale climate systems. Originally from Wales, he studied at Imperial College in London before moving to the United States to earn his Ph.D. at the University of Delaware. He has held positions at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, and NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C. He now leads space weather as a scientist at Linker. Bob works on industry-focused space weather and space climate forecasting to help protect critical infrastructure and support the growing space economy. With that, Dr. Lehman, thank you for joining us on the Dr. Sky Experience. How are you, sir? Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me. I am doing good on this Saturday morning. And
yes, my friend.
Yes, it is the anniversary of D-Day now.
Yes, sir. As I mentioned proudly, as many Americans out there, maybe a lot of young folks, do not realize the gravity of the situation. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, those soldiers that gave their lives in what we call American exceptionalism, and thank God we're free. Right, Doctor? That's amazing.
Indeed,
we continue with you to talk about something that I'm so totally fascinated by. You know, I read as much as I can and don't always believe everything I read on the internet or in print. But this whole concept kind of settled the score with us about this whole subject of El Nino and La Nina. For those out there that are just hearing about this for the first time, describe to us what El Nino is and its origins, at least in the weather forecast world.
Sure. So El Nino is characterized by unusually warm ocean temperatures in the equatorial Pacific. Basically, you can think of the warm waters in the Pacific kind of slosh back and forth from east to west and back again. And as the warm water is in the east off the coast of South America, that's the El Nino phase. And then when it sloshes back the other way and it gets warm around Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, then it's cold in off the coast of Peru, and that's the La Nina phase. So it literally is the two phenomena that are the tick and the talk of one oscillation. So you might see people, you might hear the phrase ENSO, ENSO, so it's an El Nino Southern Oscillation. So literally it's an oscillation of air pressure. So originally discovered, or the air pressure, the oscillation part of it was first formulated in about 1870 and was originally defined as the pressure difference between Darwin, Northern Australia, and Tahiti in the middle of the Pacific.
Interesting.
But the phenomenon of El Nino, well, clearly it has existed for thousands of years. But the name El Nino comes from the Spanish missionaries and in Peru following the conquistadors. And I think actually it's the reason why it's called El Nino, or in full El Nino de Navidad. It's the Christ child.
Exactly.
because this phenomenon always showed up around Christmas Day, around December.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And I think actually it was sort of kind of done maybe tongue in cheek, or one of those things like, we're going to call this newfound land Greenland to try and entice you to come here, or because really El Nino is quite destructive for the fishery communities in in Peru and in South America. So it's we're celebrating the birth of Christ, but at the same time we are destroying our life. The weather is destroying our livelihoods.